Today I was inspired by JardsonJean to go back into Minecraft and try out this very simple 5-minute clock design. From the picture I couldn't quite understand how it worked because it looks very simplistic. It only takes 3x3 block square. So I updated and launched Minecraft for the very first time since I was featured on Captain Sparkle's video about the Wither challenge. And so without further ado, here's what I learned so far. Let's walk a little bit closer here, and what you can see is there's a little button right on one side, and if you click the button and take a look up here, you'll see that the light is currently switched on. So before I click the button, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick up some wheat that I've got here, and already all the animals are really attracted to it. What's up, sheep? Also, this pen is made so that animals can walk into it from the environment, but they cannot escape, therefore they end up staying here. So let's, for example, mate. Whoops, I didn't mean to, actually didn't mean to hit him, but let's feed this sheep and this sheep so that now they're mating, and now there's gonna be 5-minute cooldown before I can do it again. If say I was doing this with all the animals that I had and I wanted to do this again within 5 minutes, I could build this tower, this clock tower, and click this button, and now the lights are gonna be switched off. Once 5 minutes passes, there's gonna be a light again. So before we move any further into how to build this and how I've done it and how it was on the post by the guy who created this, let's take a look, let's break through and see what's the mechanic inside with redstone that allows this to happen. So first of all, this is all activated by a dropper. The button is activating this, not a dropper, I think. What are these called? I haven't played Minecraft for way too long. It's a dispenser, and like if I walk into here, what I can see, say there's a dispenser facing downwards, and if I walk back out, because I picked up the sapling that was dropped, could drop anything, there is a light switching back on. If I click it one more time, the light switches off because there's something on top of, oh, this time it was a seed, because I just put everything that I had in my inventory. So that's why it drops random things. You can put in there absolutely anything you want. You can put there diamonds if you wish so. So next it connects to a little bit of redstone and a torch, which then goes upwards with a block, torch, goes all the way up in this same pattern. And if we take a look behind this lamp, there's one more bit of a torch. And because the next block is activated and energized by the redstone torch below, the upper lamp lights up as well. I think that's pretty cool, really smart way how it was made, and thank you for inspiring me on making this video. So now I feel like it's around the time that we move into how to build it step by step. Here we go. Okay, so for this particular building, of course, we'll need 3x3 block to begin with. Place 4 different plates at the edges. Of course, it's unimportant, only one is really necessary, but just for aesthetics, that's how it's done. Now hopefully there's still place, yep, there's still place for me to stand. We'll need to delete 1 block from here so that you could place it where it needs to be placed. So place 2 of any block on top of these pressure plates that we just created, and now delete the bottom blocks, because that's going to be important to direct the dispenser to a proper way. Jump into the hole, and voila, we created the dispenser that's facing the right way in order to place the block or whatever that you're planning to put into it, whoops, so that it could activate this pressure plate. Here we go, one more time. I mean, I'm pretty sure maybe you could even do it without. Ooh, never mind. No, okay. Well, if you do it without, it's gonna face sideways. That's why I'm doing this. Now, I kinda should probably replace it, but I'm gonna leave the glass blocks as they are, just for the sake of getting through the steps faster. Now, let's place redstone signal passing thing. You can't place redstone on glass, so I'll have to replace it. Only one is required, so only one will be placed. And next, over here is the redstone torch that will be receiving the signal to deactivate it. On top of it goes another block, and so on until it reaches the top where all the lamps will be. Now this tutorial is not so much about the redstone part, I guess, as it is about the design part. So we can hide these holes with the stones so that everything would look beautiful, and I wish I could design something as beautiful as this. Does that work? It kind of looks wrong now, but wait, if we place it here and then place it from the side, I think that will work as well. So as long as it doesn't place upside down, everything should be alright. Well, I messed it up. We'll still need to replace the glass blocks. I'll do it eventually. For the sake of this particular part of the video, I'll just do it as fast as I can. Let's place it on the sides. This one sort of ended up sideways. That's not too great. Okay, maybe now? Excellent. Here we go. So now we can place a block here because it's no longer important, and go 3 blocks up so that we'd reach this point right here. 3 blocks up, 3 blocks up, and 3 blocks up. Now the block that we used before in order to place the dispensers, delete it now. It's not going to be important unless you placed already the fancy block, chiseled stone brick. To do that, we'll need to land back on Earth, stand on top of these steps, especially if this is useful if you're doing it in survival, duck and place it. And still while ducking, go to the other stairs, place it. It's going to be a little bit slow. You won't be able to jump off the ledge, but it works, and it lets you to place it, because if you're not doing this, it will just open up the dispenser and you'll need to place something in it or just close it down. We go, place it one more time. Now let's go to the original inventory that we started with, and since this is where the button goes, we'll need to place something inside of it so that it would be dropped. For this time I'll have to place something like lamps and redstone, because it's creative and why not? Probably will be the fastest way to do it. And at the top here we'll have to do something similar as before. So 1 block that's gonna connect the next layer, make a ring around it so that we could place upside down stairs. It's gonna be a big part of the design that was created. I think the person who created this thing is an absolute genius, making beautiful stuff. It's probably why he has a DeviantArt link. At least I found somebody with the name similar to his, or exactly the same to be to be honest. So I'm pretty sure that's the same guy who created this design, and he's an artist. So this design is created by an artist. Really beautiful stuff. Next, this is going to be the part where we'll actually have the activated redstone torch. And if we place the lamps here, the second layer is not going to be activated, as I mentioned earlier. In order for them to light up, we'll need to use some old redstone tricks that will pass the signal onto the next layer. And now to make everything even more beautiful, placing, what are these called? Let me see again. It's a cobblestone wall. It's gonna look really awesome and really cute. Now to finish the design and make it look like it's like an extra square on top of it, this guy placed an extra layer of stairs leading up to the top layer, which is mostly for decoration, has nothing to do with redstone. So let's place anything here, then a fancy block on top, and finish it off with another wall block. Here we go. The design is officially complete, only one little bit that's now left. I'll need to find myself a button in order to place here. This is the place, dock to place it, and now everything is here. If I click the button, it should work. Here we go. The color goes out, and since that's how the things disappear, after 5 minutes, blocks that are not picked up are disappearing. Maybe I can pick it through the wall. I can! I picked it up through the wall, so maybe try not to be too close. But if everything's turned off and the block disappears, the light will be switched back on, and you'll know that it's time to breed your animals again.